Ég heiti Johanna Gislado og ég æskulýðsfulltrúi hér við Langholtskirkju og verð vígð til prests 20. september í Dómkirkjunni í Reykjavík. My name is Johanna Gislado. I am a youth leader at my local church, and in 3 weeks' time I will be ordained as a pastor here in my local church at Dómkirkjan, the cathedral here in Reykjavík. I'm extremely excited, I admit, much more than I've ever been about a special day, do you know what I mean? It's not like getting married or having kids, it's completely different. It's not better or worse, just different. It's very personal. Maybe in some ways, because this has always been the goal, or some kind of goal, but in another way I feel I'm just getting started. I feel like sometimes I don't know anything, and all the people that work in my church know more and are better at things, but I try to remind myself that this is a path that I did not choose, that's something I feel like God chose it for me, and I sort of have to rely on Him knowing better than me, and I will get better, if that means anything. In the beginning, I would not use the word calling because it felt so big. It felt so like when God, I don't know, it just felt too big of a word to use. But I feel now, after all these years, that it must have been some kind of a calling, because this is not the path that I wanted to go. I wanted to be a kindergarten teacher. And I had always decided I was going to be that and thought I would be good at it. And I still think I would be good at it, but I just almost felt like I woke up one day and decided this was something I wanted to try out, and maybe something I could be good at as well. First of all, I did not tell anybody that I had sort of a calling and had to do this. I mean, they would never understood. I'm not from that kind of a background. There's nobody especially religious around me. So I just told people that I wanted to try theology at the university out as sort of a step towards teaching, or something I was interested in for a moment or a while. So they tolerated with that decision for a while. And then when I sort of implicated that I might that I might want to be a priest, that's when they started thinking, are you sure? Are you? So they did not understand and thought it was a sort of a waste of time. Yeah. I remember when I finished what you would call college, my first education, and thought about theology. I was in a relationship at that time with somebody that came from a family that was very educated, and to him theology was something a talented person would not study. He said it was sort of a waste of talent studying theology. So I decided not to. I decided to start studying psychology instead, as a way of pleasing him, I think. And it wasn't until we broke up that I sort of started to listening to my own voice and what I wanted to do. After I started studying, I know there hasn't been any official barriers. I mean, I don't feel here in Iceland that women are not welcome. I feel we're very welcome at church, and people want to listen to us, and the few voices that don't, they are not very loud. And so I feel supported. The only barrier, I think, during the whole time has been myself, not listening to God sometimes, and not believing in myself. So that's the biggest obstacle in my life. It's always my head. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen changes in the last 10 years since I started thinking about this and working in the church. There have been a much more more women have been ordained in the last 10 years than before. More support of young women trying this out, more support of women having young children and still working. I mean, I have 3 young children. 2 decades ago, it would have been more difficult for me to pursue a career in this area, this field. So yeah, I see changes every year, every day, definitely. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure I want to leave a legacy of personal. At the end of the day, I just want to do something that matters and do a good work that somebody can then pass on and to continue, which is sort of the feeling I have working at my church here, where a lot of good people have worked very hard to build something, and now I'm taking their work and trying to sort of continue doing well, and then somebody else will come later. So if I manage that, I will be happy.